Hello everyone, Coach Patty Lifts, WMBF Pro, checking in, and I appreciate you guys clicking in today's video. Achieving and maintaining a shredded six-pack is one of the most common fitness goals for people of all calibers. However, in my communications with both beginner and advanced bodybuilders, I often find ab training is executed inefficiently. To help clarify these confusions, for episode 2 of my home training series, I'll be describing my personal six-pack training regimen, which earned me the 2018 Washington State Pro title in men's physique. This routine will enable you to effectively build abs and maintain an overall toned shape while shredding belly fat. First, let's quickly go over the basic functions of your core muscles. Its primary functions consist of flexing your spine and rotating your hips. Flexing of the spine is controlled by the show muscles called the rectus abdominis. This is basically the muscle that you activate when you crunch your body, leaning with either your shoulders or your hips. Hip rotation is generated by external obliques, which is located along the sides of your abdomen. This muscle is also responsible for lateral flexion. Now we know which muscles we're targeting, let's dive straight into your core training routine. Exercise 1 is the raised arm crunch, which is a great classic technique for targeting your rectus abdominis. In fact, a study performed in the year 2000, which investigated the effectiveness of various exercises for six-pack growth, reported the raised arm crunch yields the highest EMG activation in both the upper and lower ab muscles. The proper technique for this exercise involves the following steps. Lay down on your back, extend your arms in line with your spine, then perform a crunch by flexing or bending at the spine while maintaining the tension on your core. Attempt to reach for the ceiling, thus contracting your abs with peak intensity at the highest point of motion. As you return to a horizontal position, make a conscious effort to maintain the tension of your abs and control the eccentric portion of your movement. For best results, it's important that you avoid any swinging motion of the arms as a means of gaining momentum. Another tip for better control involves voluntary flexing of your core prior to initiating any body movement. If you find the form that I just described to be too difficult to implement, then you may alternatively perform assisted banded crunches or regular crunches. If you find the exercise isn't challenging enough, then increase your effective weight by holding on to a heavy item such as a jug of water or weighted backpack. Exercise 2 is the bicycle crunch. According to the aforementioned study on ab exercise effectiveness, the bicycle crunch was reported to yield the second highest EMG activation in the lower abs. The steps for the bicycle crunch are as follows. Lay down on your back with your elbows out and your hands touching the back of your head. Perform a regular crunch and then begin to twist slightly from side to side. As you maintain this motion, focus on the leg that is the opposite side of the elbow that is being raised. Lift up this leg while bending at the knee and ensure this movement is synchronous with the twisting of your torso. If this variation is not challenging enough for you, increase the difficulty by maintaining all limbs above the ground at all times by holding weight in your hands. For increased effectiveness, focus on flexing your spine and lift your hips up as you raise your knees. This approach will engender a reverse crunching motion via the hips and will slightly increase core activation. Exercise 3 is an isometric hold that is very much similar to a traditional plank. However, based on a 2013 study by Schoenfeld and others, we're going to make a few minor adjustments to increase its effectiveness. With a traditional plank, you would assume a push-up position and place your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. However, in the long lever plank that you'll be performing, you instead place your elbows slightly further out in front of your shoulders. The further away your elbows are placed, the greater the tension that targets your core. To further increase the effectiveness of this hold, maintain a tight core and a straight torso while propping yourself up on your toes, actively attempting to perform a posterior tilt while flexing at the core further improves muscle activation. Since this exercise cannot be performed in multiple reps, my recommendation is to maintain an aforementioned position for 20 to 60 seconds. Such a hold will ensure sufficient duration under tension. One major mistake is common among trainees is failure to progressively overload on timed exercises. Overload may be achieved by adding weight along your back. However, this approach is neither safe nor conventional. Performing a long plank by placing your elbows ahead of the shoulders has the same desired effect without the safety or comfort concerns. Increasing the set volume of the workout is an alternative method for overloading. Now that we've covered the 3 specific exercises, let's discuss my overall implementation and frequency. My suggestion is to assume a beginner status and perform this ab routine 3 to 4 times per week at 3 to 4 sets per exercise. As mentioned in episode 1 of this series, do not perform more than 30 reps on any particular exercise. This is a requirement if your goal is to maximize hypertrophic stimulus. Attempting a more physically challenging variation of an exercise or increasing the apparent weight are more effective techniques for optimizing gains. Finally, prioritize around recovery. I'd recommend starting out pretty easily and then increasing over time as you need to increase difficulty. With this approach, you'll always remain with your comfort zone. I highly encourage all of you to give this workout a try. You'll build more of a powerful core and develop a toned shape while shredding belly fat. Be sure to pay close attention to your technique and properly execute the program and optimize your core training. Finally, if you're interested in achieving your ideal physique in the most efficient manner possible, I am offering one-on-one online fitness coaching. You'll have access to custom training and nutrition plans that are tailored to your goals and body. You'll have 24-hour access 7 to me and my personal number for text and calling, with weekly check-ins and unlimited adjustments to all of the protocol to ensure 100% athlete satisfaction. If you're looking to transform your body, then apply through the link in the description right away, as my premium coaching service has limited spots available. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and a share, as your feedback is a great help to me personally and professionally. And if you're not yet part of the team, please subscribe down below to receive updates regarding episode 3 of my home workout series.